Good morning, esteemed viewers. Welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I am Christian Chuku on this wonderful edition of the program. A big welcome to everyone that is watching, wherever you are in the city of Lagos, in Nigeria, in Africa, and also all over the world. Welcome to this wonderful and enticing, interesting, exciting edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I'm Christian Chuku on this wonderful edition of the program. Let's look at the early bets this morning. Let's look at those we have this morning that are online. I want to say yesterday was interesting. I thank everyone for being part of the program. Okay, let's look at what we have for today. Before I move on, I have my committed analysts here this morning. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. We are looking at this morning. The Polity is being heated up by politicians said to be vying for presidential ambition 2023. Presidential aspiration in 2023 is getting heated up. I'm one of the Southeast leading presidential candidates. Let me say candidates has done his consultation. We have many others. Let's know who the president supports, because he says he's not going to reveal the person he wants to become his successor. Okay, Iyeriba one. Good morning. Iyeriba, good morning. Ademola Tanda, it's a good afternoon. From where are you calling from? Good afternoon. James Debiri, good morning. Right, wonderful guy, great guy. Good morning. Wow, Jimmy Nwedo, good morning from Poland. Yes, yesterday was wonderful. We are in 2022, and the polity is being heated up over next year's election, 23 presidential election. Let's look at what we have for today on the newspaper headlines. But before I start, most of our newspaper vendors this morning, they are not around. I don't know, maybe they are out on strike. They are not available. You can see the newspaper stand here and the one over there, they are not available. I have the Daily Independent with me this morning. Opposition can take over in 2023. Buhari wants APC. Opposition can take over in 2023. Buhari wants APC. Ask party to put house in order, says old age telling on him. Ask party to put house in order, says old age telling on him. Corrupt persons won't go scot-free by joining APC. Corrupt persons won't go scot-free by joining APC. No plan to sack workers. That's from the Minister of Labour and Productivity, Ngige, saying that no plan to sack workers. Autumn asked Buhari to declare Miyetti as terrorists. Also, yesterday, the Gazette came out as the president have declared the bandits terrorists. Now, Autumn is asking the president also to join the Miyetti Allah headers in that Gazette, to gazette them as terrorists. Southeast PDP leaders endorse AIM's presidential bid. Southeast PDP leaders endorse AIM's presidential bid. 2023 presidency, entrenched interest in APC plotting to pull me down. Entrenched interest in APC plotting to pull me down. Conversion, fresh crisis in APC as stakeholders threaten nationwide protests. Fresh crisis in APC as stakeholders threaten nationwide protests. Okay, another information we have this morning: the price of gas has stepped down. The price of gas has stepped down, and the government is saying that more decrease in the price of gas is coming. More decrease. Okay, let me greet Elibet now. Ngoka Arinze, good morning. Kelvin Osayamon, good morning. Taiwan Dulade, great man, good morning. Agwebo Imafidon, good morning. Ifoma Ofili, good morning. John, good morning. And AP, I'm saying good morning. Welcome to this edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I want to invite the Alaji of Alaji Kunle. Somebody called you Alaji this morning.
Yeah.
Because of your...
Good morning, viewer. Good morning, Yabosa. What's that guy?
Yeri Oba.
Yeri Oba.
Your friend.
That's another like Mohammed among the viewers. You just talk anyhow, man. You know,
He's your friend.
he's not my friend though. That guy is an hater, man.
We are
He's
all,
an
we are
hater.
all, we are all, we are all one. We are all Nigerians. We
It's
are all
not
one.
behaving as if we're one. Any small
Unity in
statement,
diversity.
any small statement, he has put on that tribal coronation in it.
Wow.
So we don't need people. We need matured minds, people.
Ramsey
to
Nero,
view
good
us.
morning. Izinwata Liverpool, also good morning. Politicians are hitting up the polity over 2023 presidential ambition.
This is a time. You should expect that since last year. This is a time, you know, and as it is now, I think we will see more of that. Heat up because everybody wants to be relevant this time around, and they are preparing towards. I mean, they're like APC now is preparing towards their convention, and PDP has done their own convention, which they chose Ayu, Yocha Ayu, the former Senate president.
Okay.
Then, so under was it Babangida? Babangida transition. Then they wanted to transition, transited to what's it called, civilian this thing. So I think I'm not so surprised with the words of their mouth now that is hitting up the policy now. So I'm not so surprised.
So we are expecting the youth also to also gear up because these politicians are getting prepared.
Yes. But can the youth be united to speak with one voice? You can see. No, you can see what
the
no. Yeah, we did the NSAS. The NSAS came in because we had an external forces we want to deal with. And who are the external forces? They are the police. And we believe the external forces that we try to deal with, they are not parts of the ruling class that govern us. So we can easily target our protests against them. But these ones now, can you go to Alausa? I don't know whether the youth will have the zeal to go to Alausa and protest or go to Aso
No, we
Rock.
can form a political party. Support, like
There are some policy we ought to have started doing, like protesting against, or giving out. I mean, expressing our grievances towards petrol. They put 10 naira now. Nobody is looking. Like beverages now, they've added 10 naira likewise, or they have added 15 naira on the price of beverages, and nobody is looking as everybody is looking as if nothing is happening. So the youth are so occupied about their life this new year now. How are they going to live this year out? How are they going to survive this year? But it shouldn't be, because our survival lies in God, number one, and the politicians that dictate where our direction will be through the economic policy. And the hardship policy they bring, the more destruction it will bring for the masses.
Our young people, it seems they don't have anywhere they are going.
No direction yet.
Direction.
And
most of them don't understand what is happening.
Yeah, well, it takes a man, it takes a leader, it takes a leader among the youths. I mean, what we need now is a competent leader that will come out and give youth direction. You could see the NSAS. Nobody even knew that these people has. No, they have a leader from the beginning. NSAS has a leader from the beginning, and along the line, when the whole thing was snowballing into crisis, the guy withdrew. Shaggy's, maybe I don't know whether you heard that name. Shaggy's. He has been on social media for a while, attacking the police that were oppressing the SARS that were oppressing the youth, helping people on social media. But when the pressure was too much for him, and he saw now that the youth we're going beyond what he planned. The guy quickly resigned so that he will not put himself into trouble. And mind you, if there was a leader during that NSAS protest, then that leader will have been arrested and used as a scapegoat or used as a bait for the NSAS to stop. You get what I'm saying? His case will just be like Kano issue, that if you want us to release this guy, you stop your protest. So that's why we need a leader that will lead the youth to the promised land.
Somebody is saying that if politicians are hitting up the politics, why not the youth hit up for agitation so that everybody can go back to their base?
That is what I'm saying now. But who is ready to lead the agitation? That's the issue now. Who is ready? Because immediately, and the funniest thing is some youths gonna betray you. they will still be the puppet to DSS, they will be puppet to police, and there are some informants around. You get what I'm saying? And as we're talking now, there's community policing in Lagos itself already. The neighborhood watch, the neighborhood people. So the youths are not united. And so anytime the youth get united, that is when we can start seeing the benefit of the democracy, and that is why we can now start enjoying the real democracy.
Somebody saying that the youth that we have are almost like our leaders.
Sure, but not all, not all. You see, the problem there is the youth has fingered their hands in a dirty, dirty, I mean, what's it called? Company. They join the bad heads among the politicians. Like one of us here, in which I see to mention his name, he works for these politicians too. He worked then. He worked for them then. At least former governor of Imo State, he worked for him, and he was there telling us the way they went to seize, somebody's property. See somebody's property, you could, that is the predecessor of the guy that he worked for. That he worked for Okorocha. I'll say that he worked under Okorocha. Let me just open it up. One of us here, and it's not even from Imo State. It's not even from Southeast, but you can see such youth. Can such youth has any mouth to talk anything about, say he wants to liberate himself, or he wants to go and tackle any leader, or he wants to tackle any leader openly. You don't bite a finger. Once you put yourself in a situation where you biting the fingers that feed you, I think you are gone already, and you have exposed yourself. I think that is the problem of the majority of the youth. They are dining and whining with these people. They're on their payroll, but they won't have mouth to talk against them or criticize them. But once you got nothing to do with all those leaders, you are at liberty to challenge them. After all, you are not feeding me. You are not feeding me. I don't feed under you, and I don't hold you any, I don't hold you any dime for me not to even express my feeling for you, because it's the our commonwealth money that is in your care now to manage for us, and we send you down to lead us, but you are misleading us. So those are the things. The braveness needs to be there, but youth should be careful of all this, These are the things that's depressing them from coming out boldly and talk their mind out. You could see, I can tell you now, no politician can buy my conscience. Any politician that bring the money, get the money with your money and do your bid.
Is it that easy? You collect money from a politician, you don't.
It's quite easy. You can be in your house and sleep in your house. You collect the money. You can be in your house. Now electronic voting, you don't have to come out even for people to see you that you are voting any longer. And thank God for the coronavirus now, because that will even help us now. You can vote anywhere. You can vote at cybercam. You can vote inside your house when you have an internet. That's the issue now. You collect the money. Nobody see you that you have voting. You collected the money and you vote for your own right choice, because it's our money in their hand. If you can't collect it by force, you can collect it by trick from them. So that is what I'm saying. Anybody that brings money to you now, collect the money and change your vote against him if it is a bad person. Even a good politician will not start giving money out.
A good politician?
Yes. Why should you buy? Why are you buying people's conscience? You are buying their conscience.
Most Nigerians are waiting for this money.
Hey, because they know it's their money. I'm telling you, opinion poll I've carried out a while now. Some people are even eager for them to bring that money. Once they bring that money, okay, prior to that last election, Lagos State local government election, people didn't come out. They collected money in my area. They didn't come out. I lie. Thank God, this Baba we stay almost in the same street. They didn't come out. Anything I'm telling you here, I have fact for it. They didn't. People didn't come out. They have to start calling people. Say, come and vote, come and vote, come and vote. I was invited.
Why are they not coming out?
I don't know, because it's apathy. They are showing their apathy to the bad rulers, bad governance, bad governance. They are showing in the Pakojaye, yeah. Just
so
under your care.
The local government is not doing anything.
doing anything like I mean the one they ushered in now, the one they ushered in now, you know, during the election, nobody even.
You are saying it's not the people's choice.
It's like people are just tired. That's the issue. People are, you can see how they've shown. Is this government not showing? Are you not feeling the heat on this in this government? People are, you know, they are tired. They've tried this, fail. They tried that, fail. You know. So I mean, won't you decide? Say, just leave me with my destiny.
You can't assess your local government. You can't even.
You can't. Are we even making attempts? I was discussing with some of my guys, you know, where we just sat down, you know, whining, and I was asking, you people are saying God will come down. Will God come down when God has done the needful for you? Heaven help those who help themselves. God will make you pass. God will make you pass. That can't happen. And how many times have you get up and enter the local government, which is the closest governance to you, and ask questions about the people in charge? Sorry, why is our drainage not done? Why is our road, why is this still like this? At least we are paying tax in that area. Where is the money going to? Are we asking questions? The new youth are not asking questions. It's just to wake up. Nothing concern me. You know, they are nothing concern me.
With this kind of system that we have in Nigeria, what will you say about people that want the country to break up?
For now, let's be sincere. The country cannot break up for now, because if we want to do it right now, it's going to be through war. And we don't need war as it is now. We need to judge our ideological, you know, talk. We need to give ourselves, and the true talk, because we have been deceiving ourselves for a while. We have to come up now and look ourselves highball to highball. That now we are tired. And thank God, Southwest governors have started that already. They are demanding for state police. With what happened to Sanwo-Olu, you see what even happened to that governor. He has no power to control any police. Governor has no power to control a Nigerian police. Man, I'm telling you who are, because they are answerable to Attorney General and IG. You get what I'm saying? And what is going on is just a power show. The Attorney General is muscling in power, you know, to show them that at least he's in charge of the law of the country. And the IG is doing his own too, because there was no communication. I think they are all in the same party, Malami and, you know, they should have communicated to themselves, get, you know, the communication down to themselves. Say, okay, we are coming to him. At least when he wants to gazette the bandits as terrorists now, he's telling us he's on the process. Did he tell the Lagos State government that there is on the process of carrying out the enforcement? I don't know where. That's a double standard justice. It's a double standard justice. And until every region go on their own way, manage their own resources, manage their own police, have their own police, because that is the best thing. Community police, state police, everything. If you try that,
you know, state police has its disadvantages.
What is because the governor will use the advantage of, to use them to oppress the opponent. Yeah. See, there's nothing in life that does not have advantages and disadvantages, right? If you eat food, too much food, it has disadvantages. If you drink too much water, it has disadvantages. If you just tell me what you do in life that does not have disadvantages. So let's look at the benefits of the advantages. It outweighs the disadvantages. So what we need now, and what we first of all be clamoring for, is devolution of powers and restructuring. And what else? We need to talk. That Jonathan constitution confab that it did, they should go to archive and adjust the what's it called, the outcome of that this thing, the resolution they took on that confab gathering, and let them bring it up and implement it. We can't be fooling ourselves. The country is not one, and the country can never be
around us.
We are not one. Even around us here, we are not one. Different tongue, different, attitude, different character, different belief, different, religions. We are not one. Let everybody go to the separate. Let's make it regional system of government.
Okay.
Because we are just patching ourselves together. It doesn't, as you have been patching since, it doesn't work. How long will we pretend? We are just pretending to ourselves.
Okay.
We're not, it's not working.
Lastly, I don't expect Nigerians to appreciate me after office. Buhari is saying, I don't expect Nigerians to appreciate me after I leave office. What does he expect?
What you do, the bad you do when you are in office will always follow you. If you do good, people will talk good about you. If you are doing bad, your conscience will be telling you already that I've wronged these guys, and there's no how they can forgive me when I leave office. We are seeing good leaders like Peru. Was it Peru or one country? I will remember that country. When the bad president died, you know, they jubilated, right? I've never seen so, and it happened in Nigeria too. One of our former khaki military leader, when he died, the whole town went jubilating. I was even part of people that jubilated, then, and I was so happy that our terror has gone. And these people, they should always remember what they are enjoying now is not forever. It's just for a while. It's just for a while. When you are in position, you are an Attorney General. You are just Attorney General for a while, not forever. You are president. You are just a president for a while, not forever. But do Nigerians think that? Do Nigerians even think there's a hellfire to go to? Do all these politicians think about the hellfire? No, 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 no. I think the time has come for, justice to prevail in this country.
Okay, thank you very much. When Buhari leaves office, what do you want to say? He doesn't expect Nigerians to speak good about him. Mr. David, good morning. Let's talk to our president this morning.
A very wonderful man to all viewers, and to everyone who has supported this program, and to Mr. Christian Chuku, the journalist on the street.
Okay, street journalism. Okay, I don't expect Nigerians to appreciate me after office. Buhari has said.
Is that what you mean?
I don't expect Nigerians. I don't expect Nigerians to appreciate me.
Why does he expect Nigerians to appreciate him?
Yes.
Why do you want to appreciate him in the first place? Is he not someone that has done the needful? That's the person you would appreciate. If someone has flunked more hardship in the country, when he leaves office, Nigerians will even rejoice. Now, inflation rates, when he assumed office, was just 9%. But now, inflation rate is now 15%. When he assumed office in 2015, unemployment rate was just 9%. Now it's 32.2%. So how do you want to appreciate him? Nigerians are even yearning for him to leave office.
Even today.
If Buhari leave office now, you will see people jubilating. But if president says we should appreciate him when he leaves office, there should be evidence of jobs, of what he has achieved, or what his administration has done well. That is where we can appreciate him. I bet you, if Buhari today leaves office, Nigerians will be glad.
We'll celebrate.
You know what celebrate too? Indirectly, this guy will celebrate. You don't know what did happen in the country. You know that I will celebrate. Everybody will celebrate. See my brother, I'll walk naked.
If Buhari leaves office.
Yes! Because Buhari has damaged a lot of things.
They asked me a question on economy. I watched that video again. I watched the video clip. And I was not talking about let's go back to the farm. That is where Nigeria found ourselves. Imagine a country that has 200 million people. Over 250 million people. A man that has no vision is driving our economy. It's a simple question. Now, the guy asked him that you met unemployment rate was just 9% then, and now it has ballooned to 32.2%. The president is telling the anchor, he said he knows that the statistics are not correct, but we should go to the farm. Now, how does he want to pay our debt? When he came on board, we have 12 trillion debt, and now we have 32 trillion debt now. Going to 50.
Going to
50.
Going to 50. He said our president's response was that he said we should go to the farm. Now farm won't pay debt. I don't know. See, my brother, we have a non-entity as the president. Pardon me. Even me, I cannot give such answers to that. It shows that Buhari does not know what he's doing. Buhari doesn't know what he's doing. If he cannot answer simple questions, I think that questions are just meant for necessary kids.
Are we to blame? Are we to blame those that brought him to power?
We have to blame those that brought him to power. We have to blame Buhari himself. This is a modern era. It's a modern era. Nigeria cannot afford to be stagnant. Nigeria cannot afford to go back to the world archaic life, because if a man you brought doesn't know his left and right, it's that's why I tell you, say most times I'm always against zoning. This is what zoning brought to us. Zoning gives you for what? Incompetent candidates. Even if you are outside Igbo, anybody that is competent should pilot the affairs of this country. 2023. Let us stop all this zoning. Zoning. It gives room to what? Candidates who doesn't know left and right. That is it. That is zoning. Yoruba do 8 years. Igbo do 8 years. Outside do 8 years. I've told the candidate, I said, anybody I see that will drive the economy of Nigeria forward, even if being Fulani man, I will vote him again. That is credible. Not a Fulani man. Adapt as the president. The late Musa Adua was a Fulani man. He was up to the tax. He was very eloquent. He was vast. Unlike Buhari. Give him now. They are saying zoning. Now, when the power shifts to the south, they will go and bring one miscreant again. Non-entity. In Lagos State.
IM is at the forefront.
Anybody that comes, I say, see, I will pick. I'm an incredible candidate. I am not going with zoning again.
That's just the best. To my own, I support.
My brother, zoning has given us much nonsense. Look at Buhari. If not by zoning, you think Buhari will become president? Look at him. And a president cannot answer simple questions about insecurity, about unemployment. All his response was go to the farm. Is there any nexus between farm and profile? How do you want to pay debt? You are telling us to go to the farm. It doesn't make sense. It shows that Buhari is not competent. He's not competent. I want to state it again. I said 2023, any candidate I feel is the best for me that would drive Nigeria economy forward. He is the candidate I will support. Enough of all the stupid zoning. You give us nonsense candidates. This is a practical example of what zoning. And so for ourselves
now. You scatter something,
nobody's
now it's turn of the southeast.
It's not. Is that
one of the southeast now?
It is not a turn of any southeast. The constitution of Nigeria does not permit zoning. Zoning is not in the constitution. Take note of that. So it is not. So don't cause chaos here. It is not turn of what any southeast. It is turn of what competent candidates. Forget all this. Don't be sentimental here. We are not talking about turn of anybody. That is how I will say the turn of Yoruba. They will go and bring it to Tinubu. That will come and what?
Do you have anything against Tinubu? You have anything against Tinubu?
You don't need to have anything against Tinubu. He's not fit. Look at what Tinubu brought to Aribu. Tinubu brought non-entity. Buhari again was now hand over again to one man again. A man that has blocked Lagos. A man that has emptied Lagos. Of Nigeria, Tinubu will, I bet you, he will empty the treasury of this country. Buhari doesn't know what he's doing. Buhari, you cannot give what you don't have. Buhari is a stark illiterate. A very stark one. Look at the interview. People are not making jest of us. They say our president. See president. Simple question. Elementary questions. President cannot tackle. Who see a boy in secondary school who tackle that question? In which show of Channel TV? Ask Mr. President. I was so ashamed. Look at Zoni. May east to do, may west to do, may not to do. How long will continue like this? Zoni is our problem. If we give room for what good candidate, competent candidate, let them come. We have lots of Kiss Mangalu.
Yes.
Which with that confident sound. We have this man again. Competent candidates. Not all these vagabonds. Zoni. You give him for Zoni. You bring them. Now that one come now and starts and now balloon our it will balloon our debt again. But see, when people come, how much are we only now? 50 trillion. It will be trillion. It will be like 200 trillion. If the people comes now, our debt again will skyrocket again. I bet you, my brother. If Tinubu comes again, still the same suffering. My brother, nothing will change.
Will not change anything.
Not what you want to change. A man that took a land in which you're supposed to build hospitals and started selling it for his clinics. They had that land in Magodo.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. A land in which he was supposed to build government facilities there. Tinubu sold it to his clinics, and now the family, the landowners, rose up and said, "No, this is not what he was." Agreement we reach. Enough is enough. This is the kind of man you want to exercise power. No.
Let's talk about state police. What do you think?
My brother, forget state police. Forget state police. State police, government, the same way IG
Using them.
Amalami is using them. State governors too, we also use them as tools. Our police has become so useless. My brother, there should not state police. Now, because now, if government send further police to the state, governors too, we send states now to Canada. So now see, it should be what case of what anarchy and faction. But I no state police.
So the Southwest governors.
Southwest just sit down. No state police anything. We scared to be state police. State police are a problem. State police are a problem.
So how do you think we can police Nigeria?
No police.
We don't have problem. How can we?
Let us remain in status quo. My brother, let us remain in status quo. Only one thing that's recommended is that we should adopt regional system of government. That is it. Forget state police. State police is not the option. If you cry or did that for state police now, state will use them as tools to also oppress its own indigenes in the state. So my brother, forget state police. State police is not the option. Let us adopt regional system of government whereby every region can control its resources. That is, my brother, that is the only way. Aside from that, my brother, Nigeria will keep on to my roads again. My brother, nothing will move forward.
Okay, let's look at opposition. After opposition can take over if APC don't have their convention. That's Buhari.
See, Buhari knows that opposition will take over because of his track record. He has to perform. My brother, he has to perform. Now, if the oppositions tell you that 2023 we will open border, you think the masses will not vote for the person? My brother, if any candidate either opposition or article tells me, come to the campaign and say, David, I will open border, vote for me. My brother, I will vote for the candidate too. Because enough of their sheep. Bet it. I will vote for the candidate because of their sheep. Now, it is, according to Aristotle, he said, any government that can feed a citizen is the best government. Has Buhari been able to put food on the tables of Nigerians? That is the question. Question begging for answer.
Was he qualified at first?
He was not qualified. I told you it is due to what?
Selfishness.
Zoning. Zoning give room to what? Incompetent candidates. That is it. Because if not for zoning, a person like President Buhari will not aspire to be the president of this country. Buhari is a cycling trait. Buhari is not fit to even be a classroom captain. My brother, leadership is not. You concur. Leadership is not by sitting in what? Sort of. Just look at Buhari. Buhari is the political example of Nigeria. He is the president. Cannot come out and speak publicly, openly, and Nigerians are convinced that they are fine. Close to the president. It shows, my brother, Nigeria is heading nowhere. From 2016, Nigeria has been stagnant. Look at look at our inflation rate from 9% to 15%. Unemployment rate from 9% to 32.2%. Unemployment rate from 2015, and now it keeps increasing. How does it investors? The president is telling us that we should go to the farm. A president that is willing over 250 million people. How does he intend to woo investors? He's telling me, David, me, me to go to the farm. He's a madman. He's a madman. Yes. Nigeria need to speak up. See my brother.
You're not
It is.
afraid.
I'm afraid of what? Afraid of justice. Why? Why? See, everybody has freedom of speech. Buhari has not performed. Buhari has not performed. Truth be told. See, let the likes of Femi Adesina, Baba Shehu, they should stop telling the president lie. Let the president come, leave Aso. Let him come to the streets
And see what is going on.
and see what is going on. Not yes say. Baba Shehu who telling lies. Lai Mohammed who telling lies. Femi Adesina who telling lies. A president that is
Is
himself.
he not reading the paper?
Forget,
Is he not reading the paper?
boys have read it. Forget that thing. Boys have read it. Because if boy knows how to read, these answers shown, the question shown was asking him on Wednesday. Buhari kept on saying the same thing. Go to the farm. Go to the farm. Every question, go to the farm. Go now for my own job. In this modern way, how does the president want to make sure that every Nigerian has access to what mechanized farming? Not all this primitive farming, no. Mechanized farming. Farming is not just something commercial farming, something you can do and sell. Everybody cannot be a farmer in Nigeria. It's not possible. All of us cannot go to farm. Why is just to tap at a gate man? In 1984, Buhari plunged Nigeria into what economic recession. Nigeria has gone to Nigeria in the history of Nigeria. Nigeria has gone to recession twice. First one was in 1984. Then it was Buhari, a draft man. In 2015 again, Buhari. He shows the man not doing anything. That is what example.
So
Yes.
our eyes have opened now.
But some of
Our
Nigerians,
eyes have opened.
their eyes have not opened. They are still waiting for Tinubu, Osinbajo, Zoni, learn not to do it here. My brother, if not want to do 16 years, as long as that candidate is competent, let not do 16 years. Yes. Forget all this Zoni. One is killing us. Zoni, you give room to what? Candidates who are not competent. Now, Tinubu, now, look at what Buhari said. Buhari said if he mentioned his candidates, that what they will eliminate the person. I bet you Buhari cannot give another power to Tinubu. There are two persons in the picture. It is either Jonathan. The North is want to play a very big joke. A very big joke.
Jonathan met him yesterday.
Jonathan son-in-law yesterday in Cross River State, the camp to APC. He want to contest for the governor of Cross River State. In the camp now, it shows us what something would happen very soon now. Don't be surprised if tomorrow not say Jonathan APC ticket 4 years. You know that after 4 years of Jonathan, power return to North again. That's the joker. You see how Jonathan has been going to Aso Rock consistently now. The North are very joker. The North knows what they are doing.
think it's giving me a concern.
No,
Maybe
the issue here is
you have
the
configured
connection.
your mic with my. Once you hear Chigos, it will triple.
It don't start.
Honestly, I think
No,
it's becoming an issue of serious
It's not.
concern. Maybe I think
There's a connection that
I
does not.
have to
That's
contact
breaking.
the Flip TV boss.
That's breaking.
What is
Okay.
going on?
Okay, let's look at. Yesterday you were very busy. I know you're not around. Let's look at Buhari's interview. Did you watch that interview?
It needless. Why should I watch it? A man, of course, who his antecedents has already been concluded. So why should I watch him? You see, of course, from his statements, from what I saw in the media, in fact, he has clearly shown the world that yesterday he has committed another treason offense against the Constitution. He committed the first treason offense in 31st of December 1983. So there is a repeat of history yesterday. You see, and it's very unfortunate. I still wonder why he is still the president of Nigeria today. If not that Nigeria is a very lawless and flawed system, he shouldn't have any reason to remain at that Oval Office. You see, how can you tell me that an unlearned Fulani man, I use the word unlearned because we have, yes, my most respected president who meant well, not just for Nigeria, for humanity. So that's why I use the word, what an unlearned Fulani personality. You see, who has nothing to offer humanity first. Why should he remain within the corridor of power? It's a very silly and a very unfortunate statement. Telling me that you are above the Constitution, that you will not allow the proceedings of the law to have its course, that you can override the Constitution at any time. You can trample or infringe on people's fundamental rights. This is not a state of anarchy. Of course, I know that we are not practicing democracy. We are in a tyrant regime, but that notwithstanding, he should be reminded that this is not a tyrant system. We are not in a tyrant regime. It shouldn't take us back to 1983. And everybody must, of course, resist this vehement move. Okay. It's unacceptable and should be totally condemned.
What happened to the Lagos State Governor Sonlu? There's a call for state police. What is your take on state policing in Nigeria?
State policing, or you may call it regional control, has been one of the fundamental reasons why Nigeria is where it is today. Why Nigeria is stuck in the wheel of motionless, and it's very unfortunate. Nigeria will continue in this cycle. You see, rigmaroling, circumventing, as far as they keep living in denial. There is no way, you see, Nigeria can remain a progressive nation without addressing those fundamental issues. How could a security issue be allowed or be left in the hands of somebody all the way from the northern country? It's all the way from Abuja. You know, the last day I traveled to Abuja by routes, the roads. I vow not to travel by road again. We spent over close to 11 to 12 hours traversing. I said, what kind of country is this? So you will expect an order from such a far country. We call it a country. It's not part of Nigeria. You see, before you take decisions that borders on your own security and welfare, it's very unfortunate, and it's a height of course, irresponsibility. Is a height is there is an imbalance in the system. You wait for the order from above. That's why, of course, the kidnapping and the activities of the killer herdsmen has not been brought to check, because the people within the hem of affairs are the instructions of the Fulani natives origin. So they won't want to give order that will, that will entangle their own people, because they know that they are part of the program. The killings and the manning of the indigenous people of the southern region are the conspiracy of the northern political elites,
Okay.
especially of Fulani extraction. So how can you be waiting, even here in area very close to us? You cannot check an order except it comes from Abuja.
What if there is a crisis?
That is the fundamental problem. That someone cited, there is an incident a few months ago, and the police said they have not given them an order. Somebody was reporting,
Not
in the north, yeah. A woman was reporting, and there was a robbery going on. And the woman was reported to the police, called the police, and they said that the order has not been given to them. You can imagine. Order have not been given to you when your own supposed citizens is at the risk of danger of being life-threatening situation. Imagine as big as the governor of Lagos State, which is the busiest and the highest commercial hub
in West Africa.
in West Africa. You see, cannot take command the fly except it gets an order from Abuja. Maybe if they are eating or they are dining or they are enjoying their girlfriend or wife, they should wait until when they are done with that, and maybe go to attend Juma prayer or maybe Tuesday class, Bible study, before they will not give an order. And maybe they will now consider it whether to attend to the distress call from the presiding governor. It's a height of irresponsibility, and this is what we have been clamoring on. You see, the likes of Kunle, we want Jagaban, Tinubu to come back. And when you are criticizing Tinubu, he will say that is a tribal sentiment. You see? In what sense? Tribal sentiment, a man of 80 years. I think he should, the likes of the gullible ones who are, of course, agreeing with him that it is tribal sentiment. Have me condemn Rocha Sokolocha and what do you call it? Ojo Kalu. The likes Ojo Kalu and Tinubu, who has more life in him. No, comparing Ojo Kalu and Jagaban, who has more life in him. You should listen to Bode George. You see, this is a man, another statement, though I may not agree with him totally in some aspect. But he made it very clear. How can you be expecting a man of 80 years, in his 80 years, lying virtually everything who's 80? These people are smarter than you think. You see, they can forge, it's just that heaven is very far. They can even forge and dethrone God, if it is possible. These people are more deadly than the devil himself. You see, if they were the ones, they wouldn't allow God to push them down to the earth. They will find a way, and with the help of the bullet van around them. Of course, they may overthrow the Godhead himself. You see, these are very deadly and very schemers.
Okay.
Very schemers, and it's very unfortunate.
Buhari declared Miyetti Allah as terrorist organization also, not only bandits.
Yeah. Well, people say now what I'm watching na sị ka e were akọdụ kwere ya ụta. You see, I think the Benue State governor is maybe chewing more than he can chew, biting more than he can chew, but I never can tell. Maybe I think that notwithstanding, I think he's almost asking an impossible task. He's almost placing an impossible demand on a man who is only interested in projecting and promoting the interests of the Miyetti Allah. Of course, I have made it clear here that the wishes of an average Miyetti Allah is the command, can override the constitution of the supposed country called Nigeria. You've heard it. You see, when they said that, of course, the Buhari should not release Nnamdi Kanu, I say, on what basis? Is Buhari an institution? Is Buhari a constitution? Is Buhari the presiding judge or whatever? You can see the level of the primitive and the awkward personality we found within the corridor of power, who think that he can lord it over while other people watch. If Buhari should come now in physical combat, can you stand? Can you be able to withstand you? That is a fundamental question. Even in 1983, he won't be able to stand me, let alone at this time, when he's very closer to the grave, and he's dragging the whole Nigeria, all of our, all aspects of our life closer to the grave. The same thing will happen should Tinubu take over. Maybe the likes of Kunle will not have opportunity to even breathe. You never can tell. He's still living in the world of deception. You see, rather than a youth of his kind to promote the welfare of his own people, they'll do the one nation. That is the only thing that can foster and secure the safety and, of course, preserve the unborn generations, the heritage of the Yoruba of race, which is almost at the risk of extinction. If they doubt me, let them learn a lesson from, of course, in Kwara State. What happened? Has they been able to recover the lost glory? The question is no. That is something people of his life should be engaged, should be concerned about, not to allow a repeat of history, which of course is inevitable if we fail to learn from the past.
Okay,
so there should be a repeat of history.
I don't expect Nigerians to appreciate me after all this Buhari is saying. What will instruct him to say such?
Ube adịghị ga-ebe ka onye zọgburu ya na-ebe. So what do you expect people to do? While in office, people has rejected you, your own people have rejected you. Your presence means nothing to them. So it invariably is clear that your absence will mean nothing for them, to them. Your own people have rejected you. The northern people are calling for Jonathan, whom they rejected. They're calling for Jonathan now as the savior. You see, you can see how primitive and backward Nigerians are. Jonathan cannot chart the way forward for this country, of course, except for the fact that he wants to fulfill history. The history that Nigeria is, of course, is dragging us closer to the grave. How can people who are closer to their grave, if they lose anything now, if they lose their life now, they have not lost anything. Okay. My people that see how they are. So anything now, me, I don't know what to do. I just had it in history that there's something like Oporoko. There was a time the old eastern region are feeding on Oporoko, stockfish. You see, not this bestiality cattle. After you Fulani fork cattle finish, then go bring up to you. You used to celebrate. Huh? There are times they told me that there are times that very stockfish. My mother just told me that those times. And there is vitality, there is life in people. Put somebody now, you think that there is life, you'll be committing murder. You see? So we have to return to those days when, of course, we have nothing to do with cattle. We feed on Oporoko seed animals. You see, which are more nutritional in terms of value. So we must get back to that. Jonathan can never be a panacea to the millions of problems. He would dare to sponsor and control. Of course, people call him, I don't know, somebody that is drunkard. He's very inept and cannot decide, cannot take this country, of course, to the next level. The best thing Jonathan can do is to call for, persuade his own successor to call for national conference, to call for a referendum, where people can decide the way forward. Because we don't have a country. If Mr. Christian, I and you are loggerhead, I will not be here. And being here might be very risky because you might even poison the microphone, I don't know. So I hope that next time my own microphone will not switch off. And you have to reconfigure this. So that is the fundamental issue. We must get back to the drawing board. Nigeria have expired based on the legal tender or legal agreement that established the country Nigeria. Since 2013, Nigeria expired. 1914 to 2014 is 100 years. And it was agreed that prior to that 200 years, in the 99th year, that should be a reconvene and to decide whether Nigeria continues. Since, of course, there is no reconvening, it invariably means that Nigeria have expired. So you are living an expired entity. So there's nothing you can do to bring us together. That's, of course, a gap, and the disparity and the injustice has widened the gap of our common existence and unity. So there's no way you can foster. Jonathan cannot foster unity. He cannot foster. He will only be there to enrich people around him. As even a cleaner stole almost $50 billion.
Wow.
You can imagine. Under Jonathan. And the acting is everybody was parking. It's a parking galore. Where are you then? And where am I? Well, I started blaming myself. Where am I? You see? By that, you shouldn't have been in slave
TV. Again, who will re-strategize.
Of course, there's no opportunity. He has to be, in a safe society, he should be cooling himself in a Kuje prison or under DSS detention. These are people who have failed the country and his own generation. And I must not forget to appreciate Yaradua. He's the only man who I know meant well for the people, but unfortunately, whether he died naturally or he killed himself, as Williams killed himself in Lagos, or if it is not him that killed himself, of course, David will be able to in a better position. That he told us that the killers of Williams, Funshaw Williams, which is the people's choice of governorship in Lagos State, was murdered. Then he should tell us who are they if they are still in Lagos. Okay, I hope you not place an accusing finger on everyone. Thank you very much, esteemed viewers. But remember, don't forget, do good when you have the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Mr. Matthew, Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Let's just go fast. Buhari is saying that opposition can take over APC, don't resolve their issues when it comes to the convention.
I think he's correct. Because if you look at the indices on ground, APC have failed, coupled with the current crisis.
APC or the presidency?
APC have failed, Mr. President have failed. If Mr. President have failed, it implies that APC have failed. Because APC gave it the platform to rule. So that is why if you are flying the flag of a party, you are not even contesting on your own strength. You are contesting on the strength of that political party. The mandate belongs to that political party. That is why a court will rule that the mandate you are carrying belongs to that particular political party. But that is not the issue. The issue is that if APC do not resolve their current crisis, they cannot go into general election with any intention of winning. Because the current scenario makes APC a polarized political party. There are so many unresolved issues in APC. Almost in all the states, you have two parallel executive, ESCO, and it borders on leadership. It borders on interest. Because since we are approaching the election year, every politician is strategizing, re-strategizing on how to get into government. So that is the essence we are seeing, what we are seeing. So if you look at it now, APC have not been able to hold their national convention. Because there's a genuine fear that if they mismanage it, it's going to bring down APC. That is the truth. And I think that is what Mr. President is envisaging. And it is yet to be seen how they hope to manage it. Because it stands, everybody know that Buhari is going. So the loyalty of politicians to Buhari is coming down. They are looking at post-Buhari era. How do they position themselves to get into government, to be at the corridor of power? Okay. So that is what each and every politician is trying to articulate. Nobody is looking at what Buhari can offer now. Just like Mr. President has said that he has tried his best.
Does he expect Nigerians to appreciate him after office?
It's not about what he said. It's about has he been able to deliver on his promises, on the manifesto of his party? Because they have under-delivered more than what they promised. There are so many promises they could not deliver on. So what we are saying is, it's not trying to ask whether you be appreciated. What should we be talking about? Whether you should be appreciated? As at the time he was coming on board, there was nothing like banditry. As we speak, bandits have taken over from Boko Haram. Only recently they have not taken it upon themselves to declare bandits a terrorist organization after so many weeks of a court giving the order that they should be declared terrorists and be gazetted.
Autumn has also said that they should also declare Mietiala as a terrorist organization.
I think Autumn is correct. Even as the government will not do it, because we are seeing the body language of this government. You see, the Global Terrorism Index say that Fulani herdsmen are fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. So if Autumn is saying it, he's saying it on the basis of a valuable record globally. That Fulani herdsmen, they are a menace to the world. The other time that we saw a group that come under the auspices of Fulani Nationality Movement that attempted assassination on Autumn, all these are umbrella body subset of Fulani Mietiala. Because Mietiala happens to be the mother body of all Fulani herdsmen. So any other splinter group you see is a subset of Mietiala. So I think Autumn is correct to acknowledge federal government to declare Fulani herdsmen as terrorists.
Okay, let's look at what happened at the Magodo. Southwest governors are clamoring for state police. What is your take on that?
You see, it's unfortunate that in Nigeria, people pander to sentiment and interest. Because before now, I've been an advocate of state police as the only panacea to address the myriad of Nigeria's security challenges. It's not just happening today. Before now, I've seen a situation where Amechi, as the governor of Rivers State, a commissioner of police in Rivers State then was bold enough to say he had tamed a sitting governor. Because when you see the governor as the chief executive officer of the state, is only in principle, it's not in practice. Because virtually the governor do not command the director of GS, not command the commissioner of police in the state. The governor do not command the man who is leading the army in the state, though the army have a representative in the state ESCO. The governor do not command the man who is in charge of Air Force in the state. The governor do not command the man who is in charge of Navy in the state. They all report to National Security Advisor. No, the Chief of Defense Staff, who in turn reports to National Security Advisor. And National Security Advisor is a subordinate of Mr. President. So by implication, Mr. President as the commander and chief, Mr. President as the commander of the armed forces, as the president and commander of the armed forces, is the one in charge of command and control of all the security architecture. So when Mr. Governor went to Magodo and he met the leader of the team that came from Abuja, they actually came to enforce an order of Supreme Court. Mr. Governor told the policeman that as the chief executive officer of the state, you have no reason being here. Call your boss that I say you should leave. The man was polite anyway, I mean the police officer, when he told the governor that he is too small or too little to call at the IG or the Attorney General of the Federation, that Mr. Governor, sir, you can call them. What I'm trying to say in essence is, in a state society, the governor ought to use the security power at his disposal to enforce the police leaving that scene. And if the governor even wants to, yes, if the command and control of the police in Lagos falls on physically, in practice, is under the command and control of the governor could ask the commissioner of police to enforce those policemen to leave that scene. But on the contrary, if the governor wants to go beyond that, it's possible that IG on the spot will order the police orderly and detail of the governor to be withdrawn. We are seeing it happening in this country. So everything is fundamentally wrong with the security arrangement. Because a man cannot be going by the name of governor and chief security officer of the state, yet he do not command a fly. Just like Jonah Jang as the governor of Plateau State said one time, that as a governor of the state and chief executive officer, as a governor and chief executive officer of the state, that he do not command a fly. We are seeing recently where we can have to cry out when they address him as the chief executive officer of the state. He said no, that he's not the chief executive officer of the state, but rather that he's the chief logistic officer of the state.
SBK.
Yes. So in essence, the governor do not command the fly. We are seeing what transpired at Lekki Toll Gate, where the governor seems to be handicapped. as the supposed command, as the supposed chief security officer of the state, it was difficult to decipher who ordered deployment of military to Lekki toll gates. The man who sits in Asu Rock, who has the power to deploy military, was kept mum. All attention was focused on the governor. Because of the power that the governor could not say much. So what I'm saying in essence is, what transpired at Magodo is a shame. It's like despising the office of the governor. Though eventually he was able to fix a meeting where it was resolved. I don't know how it was resolved. I don't think that is the issue. But the issue is that the office of the governor has been despised. Yes.
Okay, final. What do you think? What is your advice for politicians that are hitting up the polity coming in the forthcoming 2023 presidential election?
They are hitting the polity because of their pecuniary interests. My own issue is this: we needed a youth to be in the saddle come 2023, because the old politicians, the elderly ones, collectively, cumulatively, they have failed us. Because since independence up to date, elders have been the one they root in their youth. Had the opportunity to rule. So my advice is that the elders should retire and let them give the youth a chance to take over the mantle of leadership of this country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. That's Mr. I have Oluwawan this morning. Oluwawan, good morning.
Morning. How you doing?
How is the street going?
The street is cool. Always cool.
No, there's no lily.
No fucking lily. Everybody belongs to his department. What's happening in the newspaper? What's happening with Nigeria now?
Okay, let's look at many people are coming out for presidents. Many people.
It's a game. It's a race.
At the corner.
It's a race. It's a game. So many people have to come. At the end of the day, we have to select who win.
Do you have any special person you are
special
supporting?
Person I'm supporting. But in a situation where Nigeria is out of the game,
Nigeria is out of the game.
The APC, the ruling party, is out of the game. So we have only two parties in Nigeria, APC and PDP. But we have many parties, a young party, but they can't give them power. We have just suggested a new arena, but it can't be done because of Nigeria is wicked. Nigeria is very wicked. So only God that can give us a new leader. We are praying for a new brand leader from nowhere, fresh person. I've never seen anybody.
Where is it? He has somebody in mind.
He has somebody in mind?
Yes. He just want to reveal it now.
We want to reveal it later on. And let us be waiting for the later on name. Because according to the language I'm seeing, I don't think the ruling party will come back to power anymore.
That's APC.
They can't come anymore. That name APC has been staying. They have stayed themselves. They stabbed themselves in the back. So their game is over.
So you're saying PDP has more chance?
They have given them power to come. So the PDP give APC power to come. Now it's a game of 1-1. Now PDP is going to be 2-1. Yeah, because PDP is going to regain power from APC. Because APC have lost the glory that God gave to them. To make Nigeria to suffer more than sufferness. So Nigeria now cancel them with red barrel. Cancel them with red barrel. It's a red. They are danger. They are not welcome again to the society.
Jonathan is preparing.
See, Jonathan can come from nowhere and become president because he has been tested. But I should advise you not to go under the umbrella of APC. Don't let APC use his name as a figurehead. Because Jonathan, Nigeria has seen the difference between Jonathan and Buhari. Because Nigeria need a change. At the end of the day, the change was a very bad change. It shocked Nigeria. It shocked the shockable. It was a fucking bad apparatus. Wicked. They come nowhere. They're gone forevermore.
Okay, Mr. Kayode Ego, I should ask you this question. Who is your choice for the next president? Like,
Who is
just
my
tell
choice?
us.
Like my choice.
We have
Really?
Atiku, we have Ayim Pius Ayim, we have Jonathan, we have Tinubu, we have Ojiso Kalu, we have Peratulukoye, we have Sowore.
If you want to watch the situation now, if you look about those names, there are many, but many of them they are tested, they are bad. But the situation we are now, that's to suggest somebody like Sowore, he can never handle the situation because we need a lion to dismantle the lion wings. That kind of a person should be Atiku. Let us try him because he has been struggling to come because he has what I believe in him and he has that capacity to dismantle the wings of the powerful men. Because powerful cliques are holding Nigeria hostage. So somebody like him, when he come to that office, that arena, you have a energy and a face-to-face, both face-to-face to deal with those enemies. But without dealing with those enemies, they can come at any time. So there is no powerful person apart from him. So I suggested him.
Some people say it's unfortunate that young Nigerians are talking about next president instead of talking about how to divide the country.
You can't divide the country like that. They never divide anywhere with peace. Nigeria before you divide, there will be violence. Nigeria can never be associated with violence. Nigeria is above violence because Nigeria is a house of God. There is a peace negotiation, a dialogue, but it can never be seen. Let Nigeria be one. Nigeria is a united nation on earth that God has built. Divided we will fail, we will fall forever. United we will stand. So let us be united and we will stand again. So we have to stand yesterday. Nigeria yesterday was everybody want to talk to Nigeria yesterday. So that color will come back by the grace of him.
Okay, lastly, Buhari is saying that I don't expect Nigerians to appreciate me when I leave office.
Because they have created a vacuum, create a hunger to the heart of Nigeria. Nigeria is hungry, Nigeria is poor, Nigeria, they are killing Nigeria everywhere. They created a situation where Fulani now turned to an emperor. They invade, they kill, and they go scot-free. So how will they forget the president that was under his nose? Those atrocities happened, and there was nobody that was apprehended. So Nigeria will never forgive and forget him. He came and he led Nigeria to cry. So he must live and he's going to live.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm Mr. Felix. Good morning, Mr. Felix.
Morning, my brother.
The president has said that he's afraid that if APC does not put their house in order, PDP might take over party.
My take is just very simple. They are amalgamation of different parties, no political ideology. They are going to fail. I actually know from the onset. They came under the platform that Buhari is the Messiah. He has an integrity. He misled a lot of people, and he put us into this bad economy we are experiencing today. I listened to his broadcast with Shehu Okibaloye and Mokwe Ogun. I was embarrassed. We don't have a president. We don't have a president. Is that the best we can get in Nigeria? They are asking Mr. President that when he came into power, a dollar was 199, and now it's 100 and something. He said, where did they get their calculation from? What an insult! What an insult! God will punish those that brought Buhari. God will judge them. Almighty God will strike them. Jonathan was saying that this man will take us back. He will throw us into Jonah. We are experiencing it. God will punish them. And God will never forgive them.
Many Nigerians have voted Buhari. Many Nigerians.
Nobody voted Buhari except the Yorubas. Except the Yorubas. Tinubu and Co. And that's what I'm saying. God will punish them. God will deal with them. That man is a useless and a stupid man. And it's also, Tinubu said he's coming for presidency. Let's see how he's going to do it. We as an individual, we are not going to, he's not going to come out. Just watch and see what will happen.
If he comes with the APC, he's not going to.
The man does not have anything to offer. He's a political tout. He's a political tout. Political tout. And I stand to be corrected on this platform. What has Tinubu offered Nigeria? He has mortgaged Lagos State. Everything about Lagos State is being owned by him. Indirectly. And he's coming for presidency. Except the conductors and the rest will say they want to support him. And I want to say this. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Let us come out and vote these tyrant people in government.
Who's your choice? Who's your choice?
I don't have a choice. The person I want is someone that have an ideology that can direct this Nigeria. Buhari does not know. He doesn't have anything upstairs. He does not have anything upstairs. Look at the mess. They were asking him questions that an ordinary baby can answer. It's a slap on Nigeria. It's a slap on intellectual people in Nigeria.
The National Assembly should have just impeached him.
We don't have a National Assembly. They asked him a question that why did he sign the electoral bill? He said a country of Nigeria of 2.5 that he will not accept them to have one option. That they should have various options. We should have indirect, direct, and consensus candidates. Which somehow I agreed. But they asked him a question. If they bring back the bill, will you sign it? He reluctantly said yes. That means deep down in him, he's not ready to sign it. He's not ready to sign it. We don't have a president. We do not have a president. With all due respect, we don't have a president. And this is going to affect us.
What will be said of Buhari in this office?
Failure. Continued failure. The worst government Nigeria have ever produced that is corrupt. In every ramification.
Integrity in 20.
That was political propaganda that Lai Mohammed and co sold to the Southwest. And it's affecting them now. And that is going to be the problem they are going to face. Those that live by propaganda will die by propaganda. That is the problem APC is having now. They cannot put the house in order. And that is going to, APC will collapse.
Yeah, let's wait for the convention. Let's see what happens in the convention. I know
they are not going to have a convention, my brother. They are not going to have a convention. They will sit on one corner and bring out somebody that this is the chairman.
Okay.
And I want to say this before I leave. My brothers and sisters, I want to tell you, it is high time we come out and vote this political tout out. Okay. And the Lord will help us.
Thank you very much, Mr.
They go house by house yesterday in Zamfara. Yesterday in Zamfara. Over 60.
Let me help you. Hold it.
That's why you don't want to be a fair election.
Okay, we're talking about Buhari's interview yesterday.
Okay.
I'd like to know what you think of the interview.
My name is Olabisi Wumi, as I've told you. Okay. Before I talk about that interview, I want to define what a nation is.
Okay.
According to CL Andy, he said a nation is a place where they speak the same language, everything about them, they share the same historical experiences, they eat the same food. So Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is a state because we are not sharing the same language. We have Igbos, we have Yorubas, we have Hausas. That is the beginning of our problem. We are not thinking alike. Before that independence, Sadauna chose Baba Wolowo and Baba Sikiwe. I read 1987 that they are not here ready. That Hausas are not here ready. That Awolowo is a Yoruba. Ezekwe is people. They are Arabs. They are not speaking the same language. That they will go back home. Go and read it, 1957. That they will go back home. You go back to his people to go and discuss about it. But Baba Sikiwe and Awolowo, Baba Sikiwe was ready Awolowo was reluctant. So in that constitution, he said they should inculcate referendum. Awolowo said it. So he now told, were now told Sadauna that after the amalgamation, they will settle their differences. That was the beginning of our problems. 10 years later, Azikiwe started regretting that action. That was the beginning of wanting to rebel. That was what brought Major Adakugoro, the first man that wanted to rebel that Hausa killed. That was the beginning of what got inside Ojukwu to wanting to go away. That was the beginning of Nigerian problems because we did not search ourselves very well before the amalgamation. Now, we have gotten the amalgamation, we have got independence. So many things went away. Now, coming about Nigeria. So anything I did not know, I'll go and ask either my grandpa or my professors. So they will tell me. Then I used to ask when I was in primary school, where is this Nigeria you're all talking about? Okay. One of those professors would always say, let us go our different ways. Let's Yoruba, this Yoruba, they are suffering, they are killing. I will say, where is that Yoruba? It's not Yoruba. They will tell me. And when I grow up, I will know what they are talking about. So I grew up with that mindset of loving my country. So I did not really know anything so much until when June 12 came up. I now saw that Nigeria was not the Nigeria you and I expected. Okay, why did they kill Abiola? They didn't kill Abiola because of that election. They killed Abiola for 2 reasons. Reason number one, they don't want to shift the power to the south area. Reason number two, they don't want anybody to compete with Dangote. And where was Dangote when Abiola was there? So they created a room for Dangote to thrive. How can the economy of the country be in the hands of one person? Bill Gates said it, that Nigeria is crumbling because they have never seen where the economy of the country will be in the hands of everybody. Now, I want to come back to everybody. So the only solution we have is Nigeria to go our separate ways. It is normal, it is our right to ask for self-determination. So what Kanu is doing, what Igboho is doing, it's legal. It is okay. Let us go our different ways without shedding war. So many people have gone their different ways. Germany had done it before they came back together again. Czech and Slovakia. Czechoslovakia were together before. They went their different ways. USSR, Scotland, they are also doing it. So what's our own problem that we are not scared of going our different ways? When we are not speaking the same language, when we are not dressing alike, when we are not eating alike, when we are not even reasoning alike. Southerners will be thinking forward, Northerners will be bringing us back. When are we going to continue like that? Look at Buhari, let me come to Buhari issue. If I did not know anything so well about other head of state or president, I knew so well about this Buhari's administration because I got involved. I campaigned for Buhari. I made friends for Buhari. If I get to Lagos Island now, they will just call me Omo Buhari. Okay? I did everything for Buhari. I never believed all those things they are saying that is happening in Nigeria about Bororo and all those things. Fulani helps me. I never believed. I thought maybe they were lying. I thought it was a propaganda because when you have experience, they say it's the best teacher. When you have now seen where they are killing human beings like goats for nothing, you will not believe. I never believed. Until when Oloye Sunday Igboho came out, I'm telling you the truth. Now saw Buhari's attitude, I saw Buhari's containers, I saw everything that he cared less. And I said, what is happening? So this thing is true. So I started doing research, making interviews, to asking people questions. They now said, maybe they were telling me before, I did not believe. So I started watching. I said, I regretted following this man. This man does not want to. And I don't blame you. That is the way people in that side, that is the way they reason. Everything is all about them. They can be your friend until when you begin to ask for power. They can kill anybody for power. They can die for power. That is the mindset their babas put in their brain that Nigeria belongs to them. So they must die for it. Buhari too, when he was campaigning, he used to campaign in Fukude language, okay? So that we will not hear. He used to tell them that then we're doing the campaign, that Nigeria belongs to them, that he will use the last blood in his veins to get Nigeria back from the south. Why? Because British handed over Nigeria to them. The interview of Arise, the interview of Channel, they are all packaged interviews. Okay? If you have a grandpa, I live with my grandpa, so I know what dementia means. Okay, loss of memory. Everybody, if you don't know that Buhari have lost that memory, then something is wrong with you too that watched it. It means you too have lost your memory. They will be asking question A, Buhari will be saying B. Before those two interviews, Arise and Channel, I've watched Ajasera. Ajasera came a week before the Arise interview. In Ajasera, they were interviewing and asking the woman was an Igbo woman, was telling Buhari that Igbos are fighting, IPOBs are fighting, and they are youth. As a father, why don't you go to them and appeal to them? He said, Buhari's response was that, who was their father? That the only thing is, are they the only one suffering? What about the economic activities he is doing in the country? I said, God. The woman was shocked. The woman wanted to bring evidence, video, to show where they were killing us. I said, what? Buhari said, no, I'm not interested. I'll give them the language to understand. So those Arise came after that one, all our package. If they ask Buhari question, A, Buhari will answer this, G, Buhari will answer B. Buhari will answer W, Buhari will answer Y. Buhari will say what is in his mind, not what the answer to the question. Buhari's looks, does it look like Buhari of 2015? No, tell me. If you look at my palm now, my hand and my palm, older than Buhari at the age of 80+. So I don't believe this is the Buhari now. So I don't believe. Yes, self-determination without war. And if it's going to come with war, all of us will die one day. Anyhow. How do you
achieve self-determination without war?
Oh no. Without war. Yeah. It is legal now. It is legal. They have done what they need to do. The only thing they are waiting for is declaration. Okay? You go to world court, they have gone there, they bring everything legally. So at the end of the day, if Buhari does not want to agree, according to them, Buhari was part of the Ninas before.
Yeah.
So yeah. So why is he now saying that was why you put that Fulani there as a Secretary General? So he thought that one would do his bidding. People those Fulanis, they are tired. They are tired of being misled. And marginaries everywhere. A couple of people are having money. In the north, if I'm a shoemaker, I must marry a shoemaker. Not that I will go and marry to royalty, they kill me. Okay? They do everything to protect that class distinction. So what are we talking about? Our problem is not even only Buhari alone. Look at the Magodo. They are fighting Magodo. You see, if anything is happening in this country, I used to Farabalẹ̀ to go and do my research. Yesterday I was searching what will be the interest of Bamaye in that Magodo. And I heard Balogun Eko said, go and Google Balogun. He said that Magodo belongs to federal government. When federal government wanted to take over Magodo, they gave Omonile their own 500+ acres. They gave them. Tinubu now collected that land from them, and sold it when he was the governor. So those Adeyiga's family is the owner. So they now went to Africa to complain. They wanted to take back their land. So whom are you now blaming? All those paparazzi that it was just to save Tinubu's face. Go and Google it. Balogun Eko said it yesterday. I know Balogun. It's from Eko now. He contested for the overship now because he's not doing Tinubu's bidding. Everywhere, just putting a carpenter in the place of a mechanic. You putting a shoemaker in the place of a driver. How will they perform? The Alodjas, everybody you are placing, they are all your people. You will place Obadia, you place. What is the problem? Can't we decide on our own? Buhari said he has known whom he will give it to, but he will not mention him because of assassination. Is that one a president? I beg, let's forget about it.
Okay, thank you very much, man. Your name,
you're welcome. Thank you. I've said anytime I have a
good morning.
Yeah, Christian, good morning, my brother.
I hope you go and watch and listen to this woman.
You say what?
I hope you go and watch this clip and listen to this woman.
Okay, this woman.
Yes.
The woman has spoken well. She's an Igbo woman.
No, I don't think she's an Igbo woman.
Yeah, okay. She's not an Igbo woman. Oh, a Yoruba woman, yeah. She analyzed too well. That's very good. I wish I could watch what she said. But you know what? I was laughing. I was happy when I was listening to Mr. Felix. Mr. Felix has now began to understand, reason together with us. You know, since 2015, he has been an anti-Semitic. It's just like trying to crucify Igbo man that we are being tribalistic, we are fighting Nigeria for nothing, but it's like his eyes is beginning to open. Igbo man doesn't hurt anybody. Igbo man is the last person to hurt Fulani, to hurt Hausa, to hurt Yoruba, without being hurt. If you hurt Igbo man will hurt you, because he would like to hurt you back. If you persist. Why am I saying this? On my way coming to work, coming to this platform this morning, I look at, I just, glanced at opposite to your church, Perfect Garden, where we meet the Ohaneze president, Igwe Eze Johnson, Ejikeme of Enugu State. Perfect Garden is sealed up. Perfect Garden is sealed up, and I was there. He was the real person, the right person I accepted as Ohaneze president in Lagos State. He, Johnson Ejikeme. Not because of anything, but because of what? The man is rightly speaking for Igbo nation, rightly speaking for Nigeria. If Nigeria is doing good, rightly speaking for Lagos State government. You understand, we are with Ojodu local government anytime they are doing what is right. But what Johnson hates is injustice. They sealed his compound. This gentleman is not back yet. He traveled, and we had a platform here. We have a platform here, WhatsApp. So I went there, I asked the gateman, what is going on? The gateman said, Ojodu LCDA. I said, what happened? He said, because maybe Chief Johnson is doing some renovation in his compound. In Lagos State, if you are building any structure, any construction of building, even road or bridge with your money, they must come. That you are doing their work for them. But this one now, this man is renovating his personal property inside the compound. Not maybe. That is the reason why they seal off the compound. And each and every time we have meeting at his compound there, on the compound there, we do invite the Ojodu local government. We are with them. Each and every thank you. Each and every election that comes and goes, we are part of it. I didn't understand. So I WhatsApp the platform. Johnson expressed concern that he wasn't informed, that he didn't even know the person responsible for that. Before you know it, the whole platform, we started talking. So I told them that I'm coming here to air it, and that is what I'm doing now. They see his compound up. This gentleman is still not yet back. The local government chairman and the what do you call those people? Councillor. We were together. They were together with this young gentleman. He is the Ohaneze chairman, Ojodu LCDA there. You understand? And even if you get to the headquarters, he's well known. I didn't understand. You see that kind of insult. You see what he said? He says some disgruntled elements is behind it. That's what he said. He said, go, air it. I'm in your support. So I know that most of our viewers, our fans, people that are following us, they heard me several times. I said, Igwe Johnson Ejikeme is good. He's speaking well for Igbo, speaking well for Biafra, speaking well for the Yoruba, everybody, because he doesn't like injustice. I didn't understand. Igbo man is under siege.
There's a demolition at...
Yes, before I said that one, I was trying to make mention of anti-Semitism again. Because if you get to Letter Rain axis, that Akilo now, from Cocoa Bus Stop is where you have big churches like, there is this secretariat there. There is this church there too. This Olubio. No. Before Letter Rain, you have Olubio by this side. You have Christ Embassy by this side. Then You have, if you go through that Cocoa Street, you have number 1 to 7 is Revival Assembly Church. Do you understand? The general overseer is from Uli, Anambra State, Ansel Madibuko, who married a Kenyan woman from Maasai tribe when his wife died in July 2012. From that axis down to Letter Rain, that junction where you will be seeing this Agege Secretariat. They destroyed the whole spare parts shop there, and the owner of those spare parts shops are still at home. The spare parts shop there have not been operational since December. Those guys are still in the east. They have not come back from Xmas journey. This thing happened yesterday. They lost everything. Nobody brought out anything. The houses, scavengers that are picking scraps in the dump sites were sighted yesterday, scavenging, boggling into those shops, scavenging, making away with all the properties papers that belongs to our Igbo brothers. They were boggling in and out with their dagger. If you near them, they will dagger you. It was so bloody there yesterday. They made away with the properties of the Igbos. Those young boys that were, selling spare parts there. The Hausa boys, those Bola boys that are picking scraps on the streets, they had a field day yesterday. They took everything. And Igbo man, they left money there. Let me tell you, when these guys come back, you will hear stories. Because I know that Obasa is a senator. Obasa is not a local government chairman. Anyway, if he is a local government chairman, fine. But all I know is that Obasa should understand that those people at Akilodia, they voted for him. Because he's the man responsible for, I think, Agege local government. I think so, that Obasa is not a senator. But if he's a chairman under Agege local government, I'm telling you, he's going to face the music.
Obasa is in the House of Reps.
He's in the House of Assembly. Lagos State lawmaker. Obasa has destroyed properties and lives of people from that extraction, southeastern Nigeria, without feeling any remorse. People have not, those papers dealers have not come back yet from home for Xmas. They are still at home. And the people were calling them yesterday. I learned that they were wailing in the southeastern Nigeria. Those guys were wailing and crying, expressing chokes that their livelihood means, their means of livelihood is finished. Why should Obasa go there and bulldoze everything down that these people has made for life? Are those people not Nigerians? Are those people not Lagosians? Are those people not fellow Igbos if you are Yoruba? If we start saying something now, they will say Igbo man is always tribalistic. Why should Obasa do that? You would have allowed the travelers to come back, those people that travel to the southeastern Nigeria to come back before you start demolition. You did this thing to Igbo man, you expect Igbo man to remain canvassing for unity of this country. You did this thing to Igbo man, you expect Igbo man to remain what? A Nigerian. It is bad. That is another side of Yoruba towards Igbo. Man, I don't like. This Lagos state government is against, this current government is against Igbo. And let me tell you, Lagos state government has started synergizing with their federal counterparts to suppress the Igbo man again. Why? This is beginning of 2022. The campaign has started. The campaign, anti-Semitism, anti-Igbo campaign, it has started because Obasa wouldn't have done this without synergizing with federal. The message is from the federal, and they have just joined forces together to oppress the Igbo man. Go to from Letter Rain to Cocoa bus stop, demolished. In their absence, thank you, by this right-hand side, exactly opposite Letter Rain Church. Tell me, if those guys come back, what are they going to do? Okay. Is it good to take such action in a democratic setup, in an arrangement like this, like Nigeria? Is it good? Igbo man is always an Igbo man. no matter what happens, we will still remain Igbo. But I want to send this message again. Anytime you hear an Igbo man talking, Igbo man is never, ever tribalistic. We still remain the only federal animals, the best on this continent. Everywhere, all over the world. Look at what happened. What has happened at Akilo, Obasa, or whoever that is responsible for that must surely pay for it. I'm telling you. Even if you had given them notice before, you should have allowed them to come back for Xmas before taking such dastard, heinous, inimical action. I'm telling you, it is an unfriendly action to destroy people's property when they are not around. They could not even remove a cup of water from those shops. There are money in the lockers saved in those shops. Burglars had a field day yesterday.
Okay. Let's look at even the last mile. People are complaining about the last mile, the task force in Lagos State. Complaining about all these other uniform
officers. Yeah. You know, this is the beginning of the year. I will just carefully enumerate them, narrate them for you. Listen, you have VIO, Vehicle Inspection or whatever they call themselves, officers. This is their time. They will virtually review all the traffic documents at hand. Every vehicle documents now in Lagos State. As this January has come, if you are not careful, you will get into their traps. And I want to tell you that there is over, I think, 136 traffic laws in Lagos State. Immediately this man assumed office, he made such laws so that if any one of you get caught into their trap, you are going to pay into the federal government, Lagos State government account, 50,000. But this time around, I think it has been inflated up to 150,000. This is their season. Last month is there, making people life uncomfortable for every motorist. The motorists in Lagos, they are suffering. Then the police, they are there. Could you imagine that police officers from Idim arrested my friend day before yesterday? This my friend I'm talking about is a trucker. He is into truck business. He carries cement, he carries timber, carries, building materials, spare parts to southeast, sometimes to the northern states. So they arrested the guy. He was not on duty then. He was just, with his car. They said to the guy, "Where did you get this money that you used to buy this car?" The guy said, "So my age, I won't afford a car." They said, "No, but you are a Yahoo. You look like you are a Yahoo. Where did you get the money?" The guy said, "No, I'm into truck business." They said, okay, no problem. "Where is your driving license?" The guy brought his driving license. They look after it. They said, okay, there's no problem. "Where is your ID card?" The guy showed them his national ID card and his what? Company's ID card. Do you understand? They said, okay, your insurance. He showed them. Okay, your hacking permit. He showed them. Okay, your custom this and that. He showed them. Okay, where's the other way around? He showed them all these documents. You know what happened? The police officer from Idimu police station started searching this guy's car. The guy said, "Sir, what warranted searching my car?" He said, "Shut up, let me search you." The guy said, "No, you can't search me. No, you can't search me. I did not steal. After all, you not show me any search warrant. You can't search me. There's no how you can search me." It's okay. What happened now is that you have calmed us. Have you calmed us when you are searching? Yes, of course, you are searching my car. I must calm you so that you don't plot gun into my car. You might plot gun into my car, inside my car, thereby alleging that I'm an armed robber. You already accused me of Yahoo, which you have not found any evidential, substance that I'm a Yahoo person. So the guy, after making a call, they said, okay, the guy, someone they called, it's okay. Let me talk to the policeman. He gave his phone to the policeman. They spoke with the guy that this, my friend called. After speaking with the guy, they confiscated the phone. As if that wasn't enough, they removed the first plate number, the front plate number, and the back plate number, and made away with it into the police. They said, "We should not go to the police." The guy said, "I have no reason to go to police. I did not commit any offense. I'm not going anywhere with you." They made away with the 2 plate number and the guy's phone. This is the season of what culminated or sparked off what I tag police brutalities in Nigeria last year, 2021. Police brutality in Nigeria last year was orchestrated as a result of incessant oppression, suppression of youths, the youths in Nigeria. They call them Yahoo Yahoo. They call them thieves. They call them 419. They call them all manner of criminal name in the name of what? Extortion. When you refuse extortion, police in Nigeria will tag you either a thief or a Yahoo Yahoo. What happened to that young man was what sparked off what escalated last year as SARS and SARS, police brutalities against the youths.
Okay.
Christian, this is their season. If you are going out, you make sure that you dress so corporate. Because if you go out with a hairdo, they will tag you Yahoo Yahoo. And you have no reason to express yourself because they are the one that have this. Gone. Gone is the key that opens wallet. I tell you. So anytime you are going out, let me tell you, dress in a gentlemanly way. Make sure say you look corporate or neat, fine. But don't look so much neat with hairdos. Or make sure say your shoes is a bit cheap, because if you put on shoes from the prices, cost of, let's say, 7,000, 10,000 off, they will tag you Yahoo Yahoo. Look hard guard, look dirty, look unkempt. So this jealous Nigerian police officer will just look at you and say, look at this one, he's just a scrap. If you look neater than them, you will see how jealousy can cause trouble in a society like this.
Okay, finally, Buhari is saying that he doesn't expect Nigerians to say good about him when he leaves office.
This current Buhari, that's one thing I tell people. When they were shooting or throwing those wordings at him at Channel TV, during the Channel TV interview, I was laughing because if you were asking those questions to the Buhari of 1984, to the Buhari of 1970 that killed Asabamen, to the Buhari that was ousted in August, I think, 1985, to the Buhari that, overthrew Jonathan regime in 2015, he would have every reason to answer those questions. But when you are asking a strange Buhari, a Buhari whose identity is on the line now, we have been debating the true identity of this current Buhari. When you are just dressing him, bombarding him with questions, those questions are strange to that middle-aged or old man. That man is not from Nigeria. That man is from Sahel country of Niger Republic. The former man was from Sudan. You are asking a strange man questions. That's why I was watching and laughing that day. I didn't say anything because, of course, I know that Niger Republic, their official language, the official language of the Nigerians is French, not English language. They instructed this man on how to take questions from the press. The man is under serious grilling. They grill him and said, "This is what you do. This is what you should do. Do not talk anyhow." Buhari that we intervene doesn't know everything about the chemistry of this country. He doesn't know everybody in this country. He doesn't know those questions you are giving him. If you shoot any question at him, you are making a mistake because you are talking to almost a dead man. A man without knowledge is almost a dead man. A man that doesn't doesn't know answers to some questions that even if you ask a toddler, that toddler could not even think for a second before answering you. Such a person is dead. When this man doesn't have knowledge of what this arrangement called Nigeria, southeast, north and west, southwest, south, southeast, northeast, core north, mid-belt, it doesn't know the chemistry of this region aforementioned too well. You are just wasting your time. So I knew that originally that man is not Buhari. So those crew, those press, those journalists, those guys, they're just wasting their time. When they were throwing those questions at him, I was laughing because I wouldn't even like to listen to such non-sitting English intonation. I've not asked anybody in my life like that, so poor in responding to questions, in speaking English. Tone matters, intonation matters. Phoenix, it matters. Articulation matters. When you speak well as a president. Even Obasanjo's intonation, man, I prefer him. Even Babangida's own, even Yaradua, I prefer him. Look at this man. He's not a Nigerian. I don't know how I will tell people about this. One day, maybe I might come here with what? Either wooden gong, or iron gong, metallic gong, or gene. So that when I talk, I beat. It will penetrate into your tympanic membrane. That Nigerian president is a foreigner.
Thank you very much.
I bow out.
Thank you, Mr. Raf. Wow, that is a wonderful one from the reviewers this morning. Thank you very much for being part of the program, for being part of the live chat. Yerioba, I see you, Kayode Egbo, I see you, Kachi HM, I see you, Sky Skelewu, I see you, Ifoma Ofili, I see you, Pastor Momo, I see you, many Udeze Chima, well done, Chimeka, well done, Excellency Akumi, well done, Bright, well done for being part of this. Genius RYS, thank you very much for being part of the program. Rosaline Abenugo, thank you very much, and many more. Thank you for being part of the program today. We have come to the end of Bystanders and Newsstand this morning. I will meet tomorrow by God's grace. I'm Christian Chuku. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Ifeanyi. Thank you very much as we meet tomorrow by God's grace. Bye for now.